guys. Checking the sound. What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to Dano Crypto. On this channel, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystems. Sorry for the stream stopping. I don't know what happened. I think something with my VPN, or I don't know what was going on, but something happened and it just canceled all the streams. So I have got to have that not happen anymore. But I do apologize, guys, but we're back. Let me know if everything is looking good, sounding good, and there's no lags or anything like that. Good morning. Still Merry Christmas. Hope you guys are having a good holiday. And like the title says, I am actually shorting Bitcoin. I'm going to test shorting Bitcoin because I've been just perpetually longing Bitcoin. And at this point, I think with this sell-off, the selling pressure with the ETFs, we've had a lot of this selling pressure from the ETFs because we had, for the past couple weeks, we've had nothing but inflows. So this is I feel like if we're looking at the chart, this is a really nice bull trap, because you could think that, okay, it's going to go up to this to try and retest up into this level. And I started analyzing the chart and looking at how this could play out to basically do a head and shoulders pattern on the 4 hour. And so it's not that I'm fully bearish. I feel like this 88,000 level could be the last level that we go to give out the full shakeout from this point here, this 99,000, because if we go down to 88, that's another 10%. But then if we look from the top of where we just were, and we go down to 88,000, that's still the 18%. But historically, we've had 25% to 30% crashes before we end up going to the next leg up. So I'm kind of on more of the bearish side of this pattern playing out, and the fact that, like I said, BlackRock and because before, even when they were selling, some of these were selling, like Fidelity, Bitwise, ARK were selling. BlackRock was buying. BlackRock has just been buying for the past couple weeks, like nonstop. So this is telling for why it's even going down to begin with. And then you have some of the kind of the global uncertainty, and there is a lot of bullish news on Bitcoin, though. That's the thing. There is a lot of bullish things that are happening for Bitcoin. But could the market makers be pushing this price down to that $88,000 because there is going to be mass purchasing of a Bitcoin strategic reserve for multiple countries? So wouldn't they want the best price that they could possibly get before it's too late, and the only place that they could potentially bring it to, because they know they can bring it down to 90? From up here, we know now that 90,000 is an established support level. So now that we have 90,000 and 92,000 as a established support level, what's the next obvious support level that could be hit, which was a really strong one, was this 88,900 or 88,900. This is why I've been really, I had this level marked because it was the obvious one from an inverse kind of pattern here to then bounce, boom, and from there was able to go 13% up to 100K. And so could that be the last little spot? I don't know, but I'm going to test it out. I'm willing to be wrong. I'm willing to be wrong. Like right now, currently our short is in profit. I have us take profit set actually at this level of 92. I have it on the wick. It's like wherever this wick is, I have a take profit set. It's probably easier to see on the shorter time frames. Let's see if I go to the hourly, because I want to show you guys, like, because we're gonna try this. We're gonna really try and play it out. So we're gonna have the take profit. I think it's set at 92. Yeah, 92.6. So take profit at 92.6, and then whatever we make from that, we're gonna flip long. So like we'll see if at 92.6 we'll take profit, and if we're gonna bounce from there, then we will analyze and say, okay, are we more on a chance of actually going to this level, this $88,000 level marked right here, and then we could just say, hey, let's just set a limit order at 88,000, or we could test shorting, but who knows? Who knows? But right now, I do see a bit of short-term bearishness that could lead us back to this 92 if you're looking at this pattern. So I'm just, like I said, I'm testing it out, but we still have our trades open. We're just going to see, because I think this is honestly a test for myself, because we don't short, really. We're not a shorter. Like, we historically have just been a long boy, a long cat. We've been a long cat historically. And you guys know this on this channel. And I wouldn't even say we're better at it, but it's just what we've historically done. So we're trying to test ourselves. If we can see, okay, let's see a bearish pattern, and let's see if we can let it play out. But execute. So the whole point of this is to execute the plan when it hits this level, to just take the profit, say, look, that was it. You saw it, finish the goal, and then assess from there. But I think the lesson that I can take from this is that, hey, once I get out of the trade, that doesn't mean the moment that I get out of the trade, I need to go into another one. Because I think that's one problem that I've had in my trading journey, is that I'll get out of a really nice trade and I need to just chill. Let the market breathe a little bit. Let it move. Let it go wherever direction it's going to go. There will be another chart to trade, and it doesn't have to be literally right after, you're taking a trade. And I think that's probably where, because I'm trying to think about all the things that I could learn from in this trading journey in the past year, going through 2024. I've learned a lot, and I've made great trades. I've made good decisions, but I've also made really bad decisions. And so maybe in this time going into the new year, you can start analyzing your trading journey and see where you can make some massive, strides in continuing to develop your skills in this market with whatever you're doing, whether it be doing research or finding these coins, finding new coins, seeing the charts, how they're operating. And hopefully we can all get to a better place every day. Especially going into this next year, because it's going to be pretty crazy, guys. But yeah, welcome to the live stream. Thank you guys for coming in. I really do appreciate you. I know the algorithm I just destroyed myself on the algorithm because of my bonk live stream quitting on me. So hopefully we can get the algorithm back in and we can start to set this thing off. But check it out. We got some funny memes planned for you guys. All right, so yeah, this is going to be crypto traders going back to work in 2026. So why are we saying 2026? Well, we might have some of the best crypto trading years and profit-taking years of our lives coming up these next 6 months. But it all depends on how you're going to operate, and when you're going to take profits, what you're going to invest in. Because if you're just going to go and buy, supercars and things like that, and not like actually invested into something that's going to make you passive income, then you might be going back to work to McDonald's in your Lambo. So you have to be very careful. And then also, government printing another $3 trillion, and we're just waiting. Bitcoin holders are always waiting, scheming when the government's printing money, because that just means more inflation, more debasement of the fiat currencies, and that is what Bitcoin was made for. All right, so I know you guys are always experiencing this. I'm experiencing the same thing. It's the dip, me buying what I think is the dip, and then you have the dip, then you got the third dip, then you got the actual dip sniper, and then you got a sniper on the sniper dip, and then behind the sniper dip guy, there's John Wick, and then but then behind that, it's another. So it just keeps going. It never stops. It always just keeps dipping. Buy the dip. And then these are the types of headaches. If you've ever experienced these, you got the classic migraine, you got the hypertension, you have the stress like in the forehead, and then just your entire head is hurting because you don't have any money to buy the dips. People are telling you, buy the dip. And you're like, bro, I can't. Like, brother in Christ, there's no money left to buy the dip. There's just no more. And then this is how I know we're all feeling recently is we're all been looking at our crypto portfolios last week versus us looking at it now, and we're like, it's going to be fine. Like, it's going to be okay, bro. Yeah. It's just looking a little, but it's okay. We're going to get through it. Guys, I'm curious, how many of you received a Pudgy Penguins airdrop? The Pingu token. How many of you actually did the airdrop, received the airdrop? I'm curious. Because if you did not, you need to check still and see if you can access those tokens. You can sync up your Phantom wallet, your Solana address, and then also your MetaMask, and it's going to gather up your transaction data and history, and it's going to allocate a certain amount of tokens. And I think we got a total of like 2,300 or 2,500 Pingu tokens. Now it's worth worth $150. So basically we got a free $150 worth of these Pingu tokens. But I'm very interested to see how well this token does over time, like maybe say in the next year or two, because Pudgy Penguins has been now considered one of the most successful NFT projects that was able to get, their stuff in partnership with Walmart. So that's huge. So a lot of NFT projects, they don't really deliver on what they say they're going to do. And so Pudgy Penguins is a nice shining example of doing something that they're trying to do something big. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen with this token and how high this thing can go, because the market cap is already at 2 billion, which is wild. But all right, guys, let's get into the breaking news. We did a little bit of analysis. We told you guys, look, we're going to test shorting. We're going to, test out the short. Right now it is playing out. We're in profit, and we could potentially start to drop once we lose a certain level. Once we lose a certain level, we'll be especially if you're looking at the MACD, we got the cross already. So the cross happened. We could be sinking into this level right here. So we just want to watch out for that. But let's let's get a little bit into the news. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button, dinging the bell, all those things. Share this stream. I'd really appreciate it. And so there's always, right before we have a big run, there's Tether FUD. This guy, Hanzo, is saying USDT will crash on December 30th in 3 days. This person is saying Tether will be delisted from UE exchanges. And he's, referencing in 2022, FTX and Celsius collapsed and the market went down 70%. And, that is true. The end of USDT equals the end of crypto. Now, why would this person say this? Okay. Well, if you look at the market cap of USDT, it's the biggest market cap stable coin that we have in the entire market at $139 billion. Okay. But what's interesting is that if said Tether did, say, depeg or go to 50 cents, it would cause a massive liquidation of the market. So as long as Tether stays pegged to the dollar and that there really is one-to-one reserves or at least close to it, then we're all good. But if said something did happen with Tether, you see what all the what trades are mostly put in, and what a lot of the liquidity that's provided on centralized exchanges, especially the trading platforms, is with USDT. So that is powering most of the trading volume, especially into Bitcoin, and especially into all of the other speculative assets on the market. So it's interesting to see if that actually did happen and it went and depegged to 40 cents. I don't necessarily agree. I don't think with Cantor Fitzgerald going into a partnership and buying up, like that, for instance, this is the person, I agree with this because I immediately thought of Cantor Fitzgerald and the guy's speech, the CEO at the Bitcoin conference in Nashville, explaining that Tether has the funds, the reserves. It's more actually stable than actually the Federal Reserve and how they're operating and then what Tether's able to do. I know there's some controversy with PHEMEX and kind of the nature of Tether. But with Cantor Fitzgerald being a part of the Trump administration and part of that team, and then being a part of knowing more about probably USDT than most do, I don't think they're going to put their reputation on the line and go into this as heavy as they are if Tether was 100% FUD. So, yeah, if the demand for USDT diminishes and it goes slightly under peg, people will buy it and redeem it for one whole dollar. But I don't know. The lowest that Tether has ever gotten, I think, has been has it ever gone below 80 cents? I don't know. We would have to look at Tether's history. But there's always some FUD. There's always Tether FUD. I'm just wanted to remind you guys that there's always Tether FUD. Apparently it was at $1.21. Nice. This was in 2015. Interesting. Okay, all right, look, so right here, the lowest it ever got was in 2017. I think it was at 92. It was at 92 cents. So that's very interesting. And then in 2020, when we had the COVID crash, that was 97 cents. And so pretty much since then, since COVID, after COVID, we've had a pretty stable USDT. And the only stable coin that went kaput, and there's probably others, but the one that was the most prominent was USTD, which was the Tether, or which was the Terra, the Luna blockchain, stablecoin. And if we actually go into the news, Do Kwon has been has extradition from Montenegro, chooses U.S. So Do Kwon, the co-founder of Terraform Labs, will be extradited to the United States from Montenegro. This decision was announced by Montenegro's Justice Ministry after Kwon's appeal to quash his extradition to either the U.S. or South Korea was rejected. Kwon faces multiple fraud charges in the U.S. related to the collapse of his company's digital currency ecosystem, which we just mentioned, which resulted in significant financial losses. And yeah, so this was one of the big ones. You know, this one, there was a lot of hope in the Terra Luna blockchain. People put a lot of money in it. They had a lot in the stable. They were using Terra Station to operate yield and generate this. What was it? It was like 12%. So you were able to for a time get 12% on the stable coin, and then also on the Luna token itself, I think was like 10%, or maybe it was even more than that, just depending on what I guess what pool you were in, or what staking pool you were using, if there was options. I can't remember, but we had Terra Station downloaded, and man, it was just, I remember thinking myself that I was gonna start going in. I'm like, I was hearing all the bullish things. I was like, I'm gonna go in heavy. And the moment that I was like deciding to go in heavy was the moment where it was just crashing down. Like the stable coin depegged. And then when that happened, there was just a massive crash on the actual Luna token itself. And it ended up going to absolute zero. And it was just destruction. I mean, it was absolute carnage and destruction. And even, you know, there's for example, Crypto Man Ran Numera, he lost millions. I think he lost millions of dollars because he went in heavy, like with some size on the Luna ecosystem. And so it was a big hard lesson for a lot of us to not have all your eggs in one basket. Their diversification is key. We have the 3 steps for a successful bull run. If you can follow this and stick with it, this will outperform anything, 100%. And we know this because the people that have done this successfully for years on every single cycle that we've had in these markets since 2013, if you've been a person that has had diversification and you've also had multiple wallets and exchanges set up, you're not like marrying a certain exchange, you have all of them set up. Does it just every single one? Just all the wallets. You're going to pick your favorites. You're obviously going to have your favorites that you use the most, but you want to be able to have multiple wallets set up. You want to have multiple exchanges set up. You want to know what the KYC and non-KYC and, you know, all the regional stuff that you got to figure out. It, you know, not too hard to figure out. You want to have some hot wallets, cold wallets. Hot wallet meaning easy access. It's, you know, you can send right through. It's mostly like a wallet that's on your phone or your browser. If you want cold storage, then that means you're actually having it on a particular device, still, on the blockchain, accessible on the blockchain. You can look and see that it's there, but it is more or less harder to access. So cold storage is a great option if you're wanting to just hold super long term. And then having a strategy to hodl, and then when you're going to actually take profits, when you start to see your portfolio going up 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, whatever it may be, you want to start to think about how much you're going to shave off, how you're going to do it, where you're going to hold it. Are you going to have stables on the side? Are you going to rotate it into maybe the native asset token that said altcoin was on? Like, say your Pepe bag is pumping. Maybe you'll take a little bit of profits into ETH or take profits into a stable, or you take profits and put it into Bitcoin. Because like for me, my strategy is that I want to use these altcoins as a means to ultimately get more Bitcoin, because I think that's going to be the better thing to hold long term, and a lot of it, because you'll be able to use it as collateral to be able to get loans, to be able to leverage yourself for maybe your business or whatever it may be. You'll be able to trade it. You won't need to sell it. You will just exchange it. You won't sell it. It won't be a taxable event. It will be like, I'm going to get this thing that I want, and I'm going to use Bitcoin and not fiat. So that's kind of my long-term hodling strategy in taking profits. Is it's like, look, if my portfolio's up 5x, 10x, I'm going to shave off profits and just get and acquire more Bitcoin. Because over time, we've seen that historically, when we've been in halving years, we've had a really nice tick up. And if you look and just were to draw a trend of this going up, kind of like we made with the, kind of Bitcoin rainbow style chart, you can see that even the stock market and the cryptocurrency markets with Bitcoin, since the first halving in 2012, we've had a nice volatility going to the upside, then a bear market, a recovery year, and then right after the recovery year, we have the tick up, the banana zone. You see the recovery year is in the yellow, and then you have, you see right here, and then you have the following year has the most volatility, but to the upside. And so we're now right here. We're right at this point. We're up. We're in the 90s. We're in 90 right here, and this is and look, 170K. You can kind of see it, like where we've been in these green portions. You can see that we still have some time to go. Like we still have a whole nother market structure to create. But until then, this is where we might be headed. We might be headed back to 92 again. And the weekend, we might go into a weekend dump. And starting into the new year, we just fly. We just start flying, because we know that we're actually going to get the best prices, the most volatility to the upside after getting max pain. I think we still haven't seen max pain. And so this is why I'm shorting Bitcoin right now. And so it's the only reason why I'm shorting Bitcoin. This is the reason. So as of right now, if we're looking at Bitcoin, I don't know if this is my connection is going wild. On Coinbase, apparently Coinbase just wicked to 90. Coinbase is right now going under 94K. Coinbase right now just went under 94K. If I need to refresh this. COINFLARE right now is showing 94.2, so I don't know if the order book is catching up right now. But yeah, it's really, guys, it's looking like it's gonna go to this 92K again. And just so you guys know, like, why my reasoning for this is because of this head and shoulders pattern that's on the 4 hour. We have a pretty decent, bearish divergence right here at the top. You can see it right here. This right here, the head. These two can't look. 1, 2, 3. It probably wants to hit this 3 times. It's doing a McDonald's pattern, basically. If you look at it like this, it's like it wants to wants to freaking wreck us. That's what I'm seeing right now. I don't know what you guys are seeing, but this is what I'm seeing, and it looks to be playing out if you're looking at the MACD, it doesn't look too good. We have a cross on the orange and blue moving averages. Happen right here. We could get a lot more selling pressure to the downside, potentially hitting right here. And then going back up, we could, and then it would be real. And then if we get something like this, because if let's see, let's go right here and let's see where the price was when we had that with that really nice green candle. Okay. Because that was nice. That was a really nice green candle. That was the I think, was that the Santa candle? Was that the Santa candle? Yeah, 24th, 25th. But then we had, right after that, everyone went back and returned their gifts. They returned their gifts and they said, we don't want this crap. We're bringing it back. Let's see. Man, I don't think people like that. They said I'm shorting Bitcoin. Literally have one person watching. Either YouTube is trying to play a sick joke, or people are very frustrated that I just said I'm shorting. But all right, well, since there's literally, I don't even know how many people. Let's see. All right, we got more people on X, but YouTube, something's absolutely very wrong. Maybe I bored you guys with the fundamentals. I bored you with the fundamentals. But you're a true OG right here, Benm. I think Benm is the faithful remnant on YouTube. YouTube is trying to play a sick joke right now. But that's okay. We'll let him keep playing the sick joke. All right, so Benm says much possibility of hitting the mid 80s. Well, so the level, the what I would think that we would just bounce off of 88K. So if we go any lower, like I said, 88,000, 88.8 is what I'm looking at, just because of this. It's right here. So if you're looking on the daily, go to the daily, and you can see that there's this candle right here. It's this one. And when we bounced off of there, that's when we went to 100K. This was on the daily. You can see here, it's an ascending wedge. We broke out of the bull flag. We were going to kind of ascend the curve here. We are ascending the curve, but now we're cooling off. The ascending wedge, you could say, could have a potential to break out to the upside in a bull market, in a bull run. But I think historically this pattern is a bearish pattern. So if we would have taken everything off in our perception of being in a bull market, in a bull run, and just say this is a bearish pattern, then this would have been the ultimate place to short right here, right? Literally right at the top. Right when you see the candle broke down right here on an ascending wedge like this, strong uptrend stopping right here, that could have been the indication. And then, oh gosh, I'll tell you guys right now, good indication that we're going to go to the price that I just said at like 92 is that look at the Bollinger Band on the daily. Look at where the Bollinger Band is. So this could be like, sweet level for Bitcoin to hit 92.4. 92.4. So we have a take profit set at 92.6, but possibly 92.4 would be a good level as well of take profit if you're currently in a short position. Yeah, something's up. That's so crazy. There's usually at least like 20 people in here on YouTube, and it's just Benm. So God bless you, Benm. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with this price action. It's doing some interesting stuff. At least it's on Bitstamp and on, let's see. Okay, Binance. Okay, this is interesting. Binance is at 94,200. Coinbase is at 94. Just went below 93, went super low. And then on OKX, it's at 94. I mean, the Bitcoin order book right now is absolute garbage. Yeah, is it just like not live? No, yeah, it's live. We can't see your live on your YouTube channel. I clicked on your profile and it took me here. Been popping up in for a while. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, you guys are the faithful remnant is what you're called, the faithful remnant. Yeah, just the algorithm sometimes for YouTube has just been, and this kind of messed me up too. Whenever I went live for the first time, it stopped the stream and I had like at least 10 people coming in, and that a lot of the times if it gets messed up, it just screws up everything. But it is what it is. This kind of messed me up too. When it is what it is. All right, so since you guys are in here, the three people that are watching on YouTube, check out the links in the description, because there's a lot of really good, I have very calculated links in here. These are my three favorite exchanges: COINFLARE, PHEMEX, and OURBIT. And then these are my two favorite exchanges that have like a debit card, which is crypto.com and Coinbase. I like to use both of them. And then just a smart thing to do to have a VPN, because you can have data protection. You get your firewall, you get your malware protection, site protection, all that stuff. And it's just a really useful thing to have. And then also, I have tickets, or an affiliate link, I should say. If you're going to be going to the Bitcoin conference that is happening, in May 27th through the 29th, it's a 3-day conference. First day is the industry day. Last 2 days are for the festival pass, and then just the actual official days, because the first day, it's kind of confusing sometimes. People don't realize that if the festival pass only gets you for the last 2 days. The first day is an industry day, and so you have to have the industry pass to be able to go in. Doesn't mean you can't walk around and mosey and do the thing, but to get in the event, you have to, for the first day, you have to have the industry pass. But if you're wanting to go to this conference and you know you're going to be attending, then use my link in the description, and then you have to just put in the code Dano. You just put in the offer code Dano, and it gets you 10% off these tickets, so it's very useful. And why not use my link if you are going to be going? So yeah, definitely check that out, and then check out all the other amazing links in the description. All right, so let's see. As of right now, with Bitcoin going down, I'm curious as to what altcoins are staying strong. What altcoins are staying strong? We were looking at, we were like, what do we want to make some content on? Like, what's the next videos we want to make content on? And we went through some of the AI tokens. We have these actually 4 AI tokens that we want to eventually make some content on. We're going to make separate videos for each of these. So we're going to make a video on, I wanted to do the trading volume. Was it the trading volume or the market cap? We wanted to put it up in the market cap because we wanted to do a low cap video. And so my low cap picks for AI is Delicium, AGI, and what just happened there? Yeah, AGI Delicium at 14 cents. It's at, the market cap is $154 million market cap. And then the next one is Chain GPT, which is at 172. So where's Chain GPT? Yeah, there it is. Chain GPT. So those are the low caps. And then also we want to add a Griffin in there. I know we got to add Griffin in there for headband because that's also still a low cap at like 230. I think it's like $230 million market cap, and it has not been listed on like major exchanges yet. It's still just available through decentralized exchanges. But then the high caps, we want to focus on render and near protocol. So render's, one of the most visited. I think the GPU sharing and capabilities of render. We got to do more research into it, and we're actually just want to learn more about it. So we're going to make a video on that. That's probably one of the higher market cap coins in this space at a $3.6 billion market cap, and then near being at $6.1 billion market cap. But with this sector, with AI being one of the strongest narratives, I think we could see a really big growth and a lot of money going into AI. And so even if you're investing in, say, render or near protocol, with these being up pretty high, it still has a lot of room to grow, in my opinion. And then if you're going low cap, like investing in something like Chain GPT or Delicium, these are all primarily AI agent-based products. So Delicium is building AI agents and a assistant that you can use that is just called Lucy. Chain GPT is a full application kind of AI platform that you can go into that has a full dashboard and all kinds of different tools. It's kind of just like a multi-tool kind of thing. And we got to do more research into that because there's probably just so many cool things that you can do with Chain GPT, maybe even just for yourself or your business. But I think could be something to look into because it is low cap. It's 172 million, and like Delicium, $154 million market cap. And then you see what is what's up here now, like BitTensor and then Fetch AI, Artificial Super Intelligence Alliance, with FET token being at 3 billion. So these even getting at $1 billion or close to $1 billion. If these meme coins can do it, then surely these low cap AIs could get some speculation, especially if they're building out some good products. So yeah, that's what we were thinking. Like, what do we want to do for the AI video stuff, the AI content? And so we're gonna do that. And then we also we're writing down what our meme picks and like for the low caps. So meme low caps right now. If you're wondering, like, okay, like all of these things, this freaking fart coin is already at $1 billion. You got bread at 1.2. What's the low cap stuff that is under 200 or under $300 million market cap? And so one of those is we have Ponky. So Ponky is one of our picks for a low cap. I think very undervalued, underrated meme coin token on the Solana blockchain. And then we got Ticker Bitcoin as is still a low cap token at 187 mil. And then we have We have Pepe, which is one of those derivatives, those Pepe derivatives that I think is still, it got up to 90 or $100 million market cap, and it's actually kind of seen some bearish, turn down. But I think once the market kind of starts to open up again and we get the memes, another meme wave coming into this next year, I think we'll see things like Pepe do pretty well. But if you're looking at like low market cap, that's getting into low market cap territory. And then Kendu Inu, super low market cap territory, 31 mil. And I'm going off of like strong communities. So Kendu has a strong community. Pepe has a pretty strong community. Ponky has a really strong community. The Ponky army comes out hard. And Wojak. Wojak is one of those that I think is literally the same team as the Pepe team, the Pepe ERC20 token. This is a great low cap meme coin. At 60 mil, it's got pretty similar tokenomics, I think, to Pepe. And look at the chart. The chart looks so good. It's like it's primed to be a top meme tier token coming up into this next cycle, because the Wojak meme, if you're familiar with the Wojak meme, it's one of the more recognized memes, just like Pepe. You could say Bobo the bear, Wojak, Pepe, things like that are very recognizable. And then you could say also too, like seeing the Giga Chad, that whole persona, that whole thing, like that's very recognizable too. So good, strong, recognizable community combined with the centralized exchange support, and then also a lot of buying. More buying, less selling, more feeling like you're in a club, so then you're less likely to sell massive chunks because you want to still be a holder. So this is, I think, what like Pepe, Wojak, Ponky, Dogecoin, like people that made it with Dogecoin still hold Dogecoin. It's not like they sold all their Doge. Like they probably still have a lot of Dogecoin and will probably continue to buy Dogecoin. The people that are SHIB millionaires still have SHIB, and they will probably continue to hold SHIB because it's like part of their brand. Think about SHIB Toshi. He's referred to as SHIB Toshi. He made billions of dollars on the SHIB token. He can't really even sell them all anyway. So he's perpetually going to be a lifetime holder probably of the SHIB token. So I think kind of how Pepe will be, you will be like considered a massive Giga Chad if you have a bag of if you have a bag of Pepe now and then you are able to hold the bag for the next 4 years. I mean, who knows? It could go to 0 or it could be at a freaking 50 cents. I mean, you just never know. I'd rather take the chance of holding a bag of Pepe for 4 years to see that outcome. And so I'm 100% with Murad on the thesis of, look, there's going to be these communities and these coins and these cult-like things. I don't like using the term cult though. I like the term guild. I think a guild is better because it's a cult is too, because with a cult there's a leader. There's always a leader, and there's someone that could potentially crash the entire thing and make everyone drink the Kool-Aid and everyone dies. So I don't like that. I don't like using the term cult. I like more so guild, because in the essence of what a guild is that there's all of these like things that are operating as a whole, but there is a ultimate ethos that to be followed and some rules and guidelines, but it's not in of the destruction and the corruption and the perversion of the people that are in the guild itself. It's like you want the guild to succeed and you want it to be a whatever it's going through. So it's like, think about Elder Scrolls. I'm going to use Elder Scrolls as an example of the guilds that you could join in Elder Scrolls. You know, like if you're going to be in the Thieves Guild, you know, if you're going to be in the Fighters Guild, what are you going to be in? You're going to be in the Mages Guild? So it's like whatever's going to actually be what is building up everyone inside of that community. Like, you know, say you start holding ticker Bitcoin. You start to see the Sprotos. You start to see those things come out of nowhere. And you start to see all the art. You start to see kind of more so of the just the sheer, you know, I can't even think of the word, but the motivation of these people that hold ticker Bitcoin, of the art that they make, the way that they're able to represent that brand without having to be asked to do so. That's the whole point, is like you have these army of people that become these public billboards of the brand. Forever shilling the thing that made them feel part of a family or a community, global. Like, yeah, global community. Ben is saying, you know, global community. So yeah, I hope I've bored you to death. But if you really pay attention to what I'm saying, and I'm going to pay attention to what I'm saying and actually follow it, I'll show you the results in the next 6 months, because I'm holding these guild tokens. I'm going to call them guild tokens. And like Pepe, Ponky, ticker Bitcoin, Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10, Inu. And it's going to be a cool experiment to see what the potential is of being a part of these guilds and having these tokens. And we'll see what happens. Bitcoin was the same thing. Bitcoin was a guild. Everyone gave it the intrinsic value that it represented, and you chose to be a part of it. And once you were a part of it, you were like baptized in the water of Bitcoin and crypto. And so that's essentially what Bitcoin was a meme, a guild, a forum of people and developers and from the original idea from Satoshi Nakamoto. And then now here we are. And so I think the memes are going to be that same representation. It's the same vibe. It's the same line of energy. And our job is to take advantage of it. 100% to take advantage of it. But all right. With all of that being said, I really do appreciate you guys coming in, and make sure you come into the next live streams. We're going to be releasing some video content through the weekend. We're going to be working hard to get some of this content out. We got a lot of videos that we want to make and a lot of tokens that we want to talk about, and how you guys can build up a solid portfolio for this next year. Because now that we're starting to get a bit of a cool off, it's really a good time to start thinking about what you want to accumulate, how you're going to take profits going into the next year, and how you're just going to get more Bitcoin. I mean, this is the plan, guys. Is, you know, we're trying to get more. We're trying to get more sats. We're trying to get more of the sats. Thank you guys for coming in. Merry Christmas again, and really do appreciate you guys coming in for today's live stream. Sorry, I do apologize for the technical difficulties that we had in the beginning, but we never give up. We always still come back, and we will always be live streaming, and that's that. Love you guys. Peace out. Have a good rest of the day, and we'll see you on the next live stream starting next week. Peace out.